Paul, 2 goals for yourself for a 3-3 draw against Crewe today. Your reaction to the game?
Quite a mad game, but pretty sure we've had plenty of them here by now. We've got used to it. But to score, obviously, so late in the game to equalise is brilliant. But I think one thing you don't do to us lot as fans and players is try and get under our skin. And obviously, I'm not saying the referee meant to get under our skin, but it got under everyone. And the way the game went made everyone really fired up. And I think we've come out fighting. And after last week, I think it was important that we came out and, regardless of the performances, show the real fight that we have as a team. And I think today just epitomised that for us. We obviously disappointed to go behind 3 times in the game, and with a man less sometimes you find yourself in situations like that, but to bring it back 3 times also is brilliant.
You mentioned those kind of scenarios there where sometimes things and decisions go against us, but that true Wrexham spirit came out just once again today, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think by the end of the game it sort of feels a bit like a win, you know, when you've had that much go against you in a day and you still manage to get something from it. It's fantastic. Obviously the fans are probably disappointed I didn't celebrate at the end as we usually do a win, but we want to win games, and drawing games, we're never happy with that. But I think today we'll take the points and move on to Tuesday. It was obviously a really difficult game from the beginning, got made harder, and we managed to stick with it and come out with a draw.
We've seen your recovery documented across the pre-season and into the season so far, but 2 goals for yourself today, 2 real quality. Just talk us through those. Yeah,
the goals, obviously, it's more instinctive, the first one. It's try and score any way I can. Obviously, last year, I had to score an overhead kick. You've just got to improvise sometimes, and in that moment, obviously, the ball sat up lovely, and there was only one thing I was going to try and do, and thankfully it ended up in the back of the net, I suppose. Overhead kicks aren't something you practice. It's just instinct, and I was glad to get off the mark, especially today. I knew I was going to score during the week, which was quite mad, but then obviously to get the second so close to the start of the second half was brilliant, because then it gave us a platform in the game, and sadly again we found ourselves mean to get another one, and Fletch popping up at the back stick, and buzzing for him because he's been brilliant for us since he's come in, especially around the training ground. And as we've seen the flashes of brilliance he's had when he's come on, and he's hit the post, and we thought that could have been in, and then obviously he pops up with a lovely header at the back post, and we managed to get a point from the game.
Scoring goals is something that we've all been accustomed to from you across the past 2 seasons, but it must have been a really rewarding feeling after pre-season, going into it and getting your first of the season today.
Yeah, obviously it's disappointing when you get injured. It's something you can't control. It's been tough. I think the toughest thing has been everyone expects me to come back and be where I was instantly, and that's not how football works. It's I've had to get fit playing games, and I'm still not where I want to be. You know, it's mentally tough when you come in and everyone's flying and fully fit, and I've been for weeks, and you're always playing catch up and you go into games and things like that, and that's been the difficult part of it. But I know I've just got to trust in the process, as they say. I've just work as hard as I can to get as fit as I can, and the sharpness naturally comes back. And I felt brilliant against Grimsby, and then last week the game happened how it happened. There weren't much we could do, and then this week I felt brilliant going into the games, and it's just going to take a bit of time to feel 100% again. It takes hard work, and the sharpness comes back. That's the only way to get it, is by playing games, and thankfully today I've managed to score 2 to help us get a point from a game when you go down to 10 men, can see the penalty that sometimes they can run away from you, but we managed to stick in, and thankfully we've come out with a draw in the end, which obviously is disappointing from the start of the day, but from how the day went, it was a brilliant point.
Going down to 10 men in the first half, but in some respects by full time we did never have guessed that it was us that were playing with a man less than the opposition.
Yeah, I think in football sometimes it happens in games. You go down to 10 men, you're going to find it a little bit difficult at times to implement probably what you've worked on through the week, because things change. Obviously you're a man down, but when it comes to fighting resilience, this team's showed it many times, and we'll never stop fighting in games. And as I say, I think it lit a match under us today, and we've gone and kicked on in the game, and was even disappointed once we've gone to 2-2 to concede the third, but again we didn't let it affect us, and we tried to go forward and kept pushing, and thankfully late in the game Fletch got the equaliser.
The 5-sub rule allows the squad to really flourish in games and maximise the substitutions that we do have in the squad we have. Stephen Fletcher getting the goal at the end really just emphasises that even more, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think substitutes are a massive part of the game, and everyone who isn't playing in our squad is more than capable of playing every single game. The gaffer's built an unbelievable squad full of talent, and the players who always come on the pitch always give us their all. like if it's me on the bench and come on, I give me all. If it's anyone, Fletch today, every single player comes on and gives their all in every game. And I'm buzzing for Fletch because obviously in the games he has come on, he's looked fantastic for us. And after he's hit the post, I'm not sure where his head might have been. I think there was a bit of annoyance. We laugh in training because the balls don't move the way they used to. But obviously I'm made up for him to score at the back stick. It was a pleasing moment for us all.
On a personal note for you, last weekend 100 appearances for Wrexham. Today 101, 81 goals in that time. Must be a proud personal milestone for you.
82 if you include all the shots. No, obviously it's a brilliant record. I'm proud to obviously make 100 appearances for the club last week. It was a difficult weekend for me, really. My granddad got rushed into hospital and things like that, and then he passed away early in the week. So it's been a difficult week, but obviously today, that's when I said that I knew I was going to score. I knew all the week when she'd gone, he was my biggest fan. So I always knew coming into the game today that he'd make some magic happen, and we got two of them.
Thank you, Paul.